Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. I suppose it was inevitable on this big, bonanza Riyadh card that we were going to get some real scoring oddities. And Carlos Adamas was awarded a split draw with Hamzah Sheeraz. I had Adamas winning 116-112. Sheeraz, to me, was bitterly disappointing. He underperformed very badly. And in my opinion, he did not win this fight. I'm just glad it wasn't a total robbery and Adames got his belt pinched off him, because this was for the WBC title. Sheeraz was poor, really poor. Adames is beatable. Adames, he's 30 years old, orthodox fighter from Dominican Republic. He comes forward, lots of bobbing and weave, lots of head movement, herky-jerky. But he's coming in, not necessarily in a straight line, because there is the head movement and he does crouch low. But he doesn't do anything out of the ordinary. He doesn't do anything that isn't kind of readable or even predictable. And Sheeraz, at 6'3", which is 4 inches taller and with an enormous reach, and who hits hard, and who's coming off some very, very good form, you would have expected him to, I don't mean to be reckless, but maybe the first round or two, you have a look at him, you sort of see what's what, but then you start to let your hands go, you start to quicken your feet. And after 3 rounds, I was thinking, Sheeraz is showing him too much respect. It's time to go to work now. But he didn't really do that. He was so conservative, Sheeraz this is. He was so reticent, so reluctant to throw more than ones and twos, that I thought he's allowing Adames to fight at his own pace and in his own style, and he's going to get found out here, Sheeraz. And sure enough, that's kind of what happened. Now, there were little cameos where Sheeraz would, he really would show what he's got, his skills. I mean, the 4th or 5th round, he landed a couple of little 2s and 3s that were really nice combinations and varied as well. Nice backhand, a good hook. There was a good hook to the body in there at one point. I think maybe the 4th round, maybe. And you thought, okay, now he's starting to go to work. But then he kind of switched off. In the 5th round, he switched off. Now, I've said this before about Sheeraz. He's 6'3" inches tall. He's 25 years old. He's a middleweight, 160. He hasn't done a lot of rounds. I mean, the Austin Williams fight, he went into the 11th. But either he lacked confidence, or the weight is beginning to put a bit of a strain on him, or he's carrying an injury, or there's something not right, or maybe he just didn't perform. And a lot of people are going to say, yeah, we're not being fair on Carlos Adames, because he came, with a game plan and and didn't let Sheeraz perform. Well, okay, I'll take that on board, but look, I think Hamzah Sheeraz has got more natural talent than Carlos Adames. I do. And I think it's kind of shocking when a young man who you would think, if he is fit, at 25, he's got all the energy, he's got no reason to not be confident. It's a little bit disappointing to see him really not work to his strengths, which are obviously his height, his reach, his power. He was moving backwards. He was being way too conservative. Adames was coming forward, throwing the punches. Not all of them were landing by any stretch of the imagination. I'd be surprised seeing the statistics, but the fight's only just finished, but I'd be surprised if it's more than 50% landing. And Adames he doesn't do anything out of the ordinary. He doesn't do anything that makes you really think, other than, I've got this guy in front of me, he's got a lot of energy, he's going to throw a lot of punches, he's got a little bit of wallop. But yeah, my skills, if you're blessed with the talent and the physical dimensions of Hamzah Sheeraz, regardless of the inexperience, I would have thought Sheeraz would have been able to beat him. And to me, he lost his fight. I mean, he escaped with a draw, so he's still undefeated, but he didn't draw this fight. Adames won this fight. It wasn't a particularly exciting fight. It was frustrating to watch because of Sheeraz's poor performance. Adames, who I've seen before, he's a good, tough, honest pro. He's got a belt. He's maximising his profits, which is good to see. He's from the Dominican Republic, so probably from quite a poor background. He's got wins over Derevyanchenko. He stopped Julian Williams in 9 rounds. He outpointed Terrell Gausha. You know, he's a capable guy, a capable guy indeed. His only defeat on his record is to Patrick Teixeira from Brazil, who was, at the time, had only had 1 defeat on his record. I mean, this guy can fight a bit, don't get me wrong. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. Disappointing stuff from Sheeraz. And one guy had it 118, 110 or something, 111 maybe. For Adames, bit wide, I suppose, maybe. But I had, like I said, it 116, 112. One had it 115, 114 to Sheeraz. God only knows what he was watching. What the fuck? Oh, that's unbelievable. Unbelievably bad card. And then you had 114, 114. But the only thing I can take out of this is that at least Adames didn't get robbed. I mean, he didn't get the win, which he deserved, but at least he didn't have his belt taken off him. That really would have been a scandal. And that would be a big black mark against, you know, what is an excellent night's boxing. So this wasn't the most exciting of fights. What did you think? What do you think? Who did you think won it? And what by what? And why did you think they won it? What were you looking for when you were scoring it? Let me know. Let me know. Comments below as always. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Not the greatest of fights, was it? And such a disappointment from Sheeraz, but we'll see. We got next one up, I think, is Josh Padley against Shakur Stevenson. Come on, Josh. Can you imagine if he won? Wow. Anyway, I'll read your comments. Thanks a lot, and bye for now.